Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 uh, Week 4 NFL. We'll call it a late games post game show and late game Sunday night football post game show. We'll call it. We'll get to the late games first. The Los Angeles Chargers beat the uh, Las Vegas Raiders 24-17 today at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, uh, to go to 2-2, and the Raiders fall to 1-3. Justin Herbert and Josh Palmer get the game balls for that one. The San Francisco 49ers beat the Arizona Cardinals to go to 4-0, 35-16. Arizona uh, falls to 1-3, and San Francisco remains undefeated at 4-0. They'll have the Browns after they come off a bye week. After Browns come off a bye week. The Dallas Cowboys walloped the New England Patriots 38-3 today at AT&T Stadium in Big D, and Dak Prescott gets the game ball, and New England just did not have an answer for that. They were held to one field goal today, and Tony Pollard and Jake Ferguson, they get the game balls. And just moments ago, Sunday Night Football, Kansas City Chiefs beat the New York Jets by a field goal, 23-20, at at MetLife Stadium in New York City. They go to 3-1. The Chiefs to Jets fall to 1-3. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Isaiah Pacheco get the game balls. And in the early games, we'll recap them one more time. This morning, the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Atlanta Falcons at Wembley Stadium in London, 23-7. The Bills and Jaguars will play there next week on Sunday in Week 5. The Buffalo Bills beat Miami by 28 points, 48-20. Miami falls to 3-1. Buffalo goes to, I think, 3-1. They're both 3-1. Josh Allen, Jalvin Cook, and Stephon Diggs get the game balls. The Minnesota Vikings get their first win of the season, 21-13 at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina over the Carolina Panthers. They're now 1-3, and Carolina is 1-3 as well. The Denver Broncos beat the Chicago Bears 31-28 to get their first win of the season. Chicago falls to 0-4, and Denver just answered with a field goal at the end there, and they got it. Well, Watson was out with a shoulder injury, and they started Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie, but it did not bode well for the Browns today as they fell 28-3 to the Baltimore Ravens to fall to 2-2 on the season. Baltimore goes to 3-1. The Browns on a bye week next week. Baltimore has I think Baltimore has uh, yeah, Browns on a bye next week, and then they're at Pittsburgh next Sunday. So, and Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews got the game balls for that one. The Indianapolis Colts just missed a comeback as Los Angeles wanted to beat them in overtime, 29-23. And Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Indianapolis just not able to come back and get the win. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints 26-9 at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, and Baker Mayfield gets the game ball for that one. It was Baker Mayfield, Rasheed White, and Curtis Godwin, excuse me. Philly, it was a hard day for Jalen Hurts, and although Philly got the one at the end, though in overtime, 34-31. But for Washington, they could not come up. make that comeback to get over the hurdle. So that means Jalen Hurts and the Eagles get the game, and Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and I think it's DeAndre Swift. They get the game balls. And the Cincinnati Bengals, they just they struggled today, but they were limited to one field goal. Tennessee walloped them 27-3 at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. So Cincinnati just have to regroup for their next opponent, and boy, but it was close between the Chiefs and the Jets, but the Chiefs held on to get them, and Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs shock off a superb performance during which they blew a 17-point lead but held on to defeat the New York Jets 23-20. As I said, Minnesota was intercepted twice and struggled to get much going after a quick start with pop superstar Taylor Swift watching Travis Kelce and the Chiefs for the second straight game. This time from a sweep at MetLife Stadium after the Chiefs 3-1 regained the lead on Harrison Butker's 26-yard field goal with 10:51 remaining in the game. Zach Wilson made his first big mistake when he lost a snap. Tershawn Wharton recovered the loose ball, and Mahomes and the Chiefs got the ball at the Jets 47. Michael Carter, the second, intercepted Mahomes on 3rd and 20 from the Jets 40, but it was negated by a holding call on Sauce. Gardner replay showed it was questionable call. Iterate. Just code Roberts Slaw stormed down the sideline to shout at an official. Mahomes, who had a 24-yard run on 3rd and 22 to extend the drive, ran for 11 yards and another 3rd down to the Jets, 2, sealing the victory. And Mahomes later, still angry, Salah was called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and the clock hit 0 on a bitter loss for the Jets, who fall to 1-3. Mahomes became the fastest 200 NFL touchdown passes. Was 18 of 30 for 203 yards and a touchdown. He also ran for 51 yards. Isaiah Pacheco rushed for 115 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries, and Travis Kelce had 6 catches for 60 yards. Wilson had his best game since taking over for the injured Aaron Rodgers, going 28 of 39 for 245 yards and 2 touchdowns. Trailing 20-12, Wilson and the Jets opened the second half with the ball and marched down the field. Wilson found Alan Lazard on the middle of the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown pass. The quarterback avoided a tackle attempt, rolled out and zipped forward for a 2-point conversion, and that tied the game at 20. Rodgers, who rejoined the I'm sorry, I'm having some technical difficulty here. I'm sorry. But Rodgers, who rejoined the team, come on, the team, and he, uh, who, and trailing 20-12 with the Jets. The quarterback then avoided a tackle attempt, and Rodgers, who rejoined his teammates Saturday after tearing his left Achilles tendon to his debut. In his debut on September 11th, was shown on the stadium video screens, clapping and cheering after the score sitting in a suite with Jets owner Woody Johnson, and that got the New York fans even more fired up. It appeared that it would be a blowout early when Pacheco slipped tackle attempt by Michael Clemens in the backfield on a 3rd and 1 and made a move downfield and then zipped into the end zone for a 48-yard touchdown that made it a 10-0 lead. Mahomes threw the 200th touchdown pass of his career, reaching the milestone in his 84th game to break Dan Marino's NFL record when he connected with Noah Gray on a 34-yard score with 3:24 left in the first quarter. Marino threw his 200th TD pass in his 89th NFL game with Miami in 1989. The Jets got on the scoreboard early in the second quarter when the Chiefs' right tackle Jawan Taylor was called for a face mask penalty on Bryce Huff in the end zone, resulting in a safety. The play seemed to breathe some life into New York's struggling offense as Wilson marched the Jets downfield and helped by a 39-yard toss to Adam Lazar. The drive stalled through when Tyler Conklin couldn't scoop a low throw in the end zone, and the Jets settled for a 31-yard field goal by Greg Zuerlein that made it 17-5. Ashton Davis intercepted Mahomes to throw to Gray to open the Chiefs' next possession, giving the Jets the ball back at the Kansas City 41, and New York took advantage. After Randall Cobb extended the drive by reaching out for a first down on 3rd and 5 to the 19, wide receiver Xavier Gipson gained 14 yards on an end round to put the ball at the 5. 2 plays later, Wilson found a CJ Uzoma in the top right corner of the end zone for a 1-yard TD to cut the Jets' deficit to 17-12 with 6:26 left in the half. Butker's 37-yard yarder made it 20-12 with 2:15 remaining in the second quarter. The Jets chose to try a field goal instead of going for it on 4th and 1 from the Chiefs' 34 in the waning seconds of the first half. But Zuerlein hit in the right from 52 yards. And then former Jets defensive lineman Joe Flacco received his Pro Football Hall of Fame ring of excellence during the halftime ceremony. Flacco, who was served as the Jets' honorary captain for the pregame coin toss, was inducted into the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio in August. He played for the Jets from 1977 to 1987 and was the heart of the team's New York Sack Exchange. And linebacker for injuries, Chiefs linebacker Cole Christensen left in the second quarter with a hamstring injury and didn't return. For the Jets, CJ Brendan, cornerback Brendan Eccles injured a hamstring in the second quarter and was ruled out. The Chiefs are at the Minnesota Vikings next Sunday, and the Jets are at Denver next Sunday. So I felt the Jets, they did fair, but they didn't do exceptionally well. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of the Scott Sports 101 early and late games Sunday Night Football postgame show. I'll be back tomorrow with the Monday Night Football pregame and postgame show. Until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.